Hey, it's Ed Salek, and the show is Island Hop. And today we're going to bring you a whole bunch of special things. To start off with, our guest is my very good friend for the past 25, 30 years.
At least.
And one of my best friends, Johnny Petillo. Johnny, welcome.
Ed, always a pleasure. I love you, brother.
John has been on the road all over the world. He travels with Tony Orlando, doing his show, and he's
the Rat Pack show.
The Rat Pack show, Florida.
Yeah. Well, matter of fact, I'm leaving soon to go to Florida.
You got to get on a plane tomorrow to go back to Florida. Yeah. God bless you. The work is there, and they're keeping you busy.
Hey, listen, I'm not complaining.
No.
Keep it coming. My agent's out there listening.
Yeah. And you're one of the premier performers that's around, up and down the East Coast.
School, Ed. You know what I mean? I've been doing it long, and then like you say, I work with guys like Tony Orlando. You know what I mean? It's a different business today, but we have to keep it the same. That same kind of music, same kind of attitude. Can't be like nasty.
Right. You've got a winning personality on stage. Well, I know, like if you do Villa Roma, you do a show of Villa Roma, and you end up getting 3 or 4 people calling you.
Yeah, I love
my parents having the 50th anniversary. Come on down and do a show for us.
Yeah,
and they want you.
As a matter of fact, I just did. Was it last week I called you? I just did Brooklyn.
Right.
At the Rex.
The
Rex Manor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all through Villa Roma. That's all. All Villa Roma.
Just, you do work and people see you, and they want more of you, and that's a great thing. And now you got another surprise for us, because you whispered in my ear on the way into the studio that Tony Orlando is going to be calling to say hello.
That's right. The one and only Tony O.
And the audience is going to be able to share it with us. I mean, I'm in awe. I'm waiting for this phone call because I know. And I know the first thing, I'll have to soften him up and talk nice about the Yankees, because we know Tony Orlando is a Yankee nut.
Oh, and he knows them all. Brian Cashman. I mean, he's a true Yankee fan. And I won't mention that you're for the Mets.
No, not Mets. I'm a Dodger fan.
You're still in the Brooklyn? You they left Brooklyn.
I never left the Dodgers.
No, I know you didn't.
But now you're off to Florida again.
Florida. Florida. Yeah, I go through an agency. I do a couple of agencies over there, and thank God, they book you. And there are all these kind of shows. It's I do my doo-wop days in Vegas night show. I'll do my, that's all one-man shows.
Right.
And the only time, when I work with a group now, it's the Rat Pack. So I'll do Dean Martin and that, and then the rest is like one man, just one. You know why? Because it's more.
You do a lot of the Century Villages down there.
Century Village. I think I'm going to be in one. What they just told me, either West Palm or Deerfield Beach. But then I do the West Coast. The West Coast of Florida, and then the East Coast. That's where all the Centuries are at. No, I do them.
So you got stuck down there with the storms, though, huh?
You know what? I was here when the hurricane hit, and so I'm on the phone with people I know. Yeah, right, because man, they made it sound, and it's bad. Yeah, it was bad. But the areas. I got 2 cancellations. So, but I'm gonna make them up. One of them is now when I go back.
Right.
I'm gonna make up the one cancellation. Actually, not cancellation. I should. So let me rephrase. Postponements.
Postponements.
Because my agent said, "Don't say cancellation. That means you're not going to do it."
John, it's my honor to have you here. I mean, our friendship goes way back.
Way back, man.
And we've done over the years maybe a dozen shows or better.
Oh God! More than that, Ed. Yeah. Jeez. I mean, I remember your 60th birthday party.
You did my 60th birthday, and here I am going to be 74.
I know, but I mean, and then even before that, we were doing shows. Yeah, there were a lot of shows.
And I remember in the beginning, I go back 25, 26, 27 years ago, and that's when I first met you.
Yeah.
I was in a bind, and I think it was Richie Marzo said to me, he gave me your number, Richie Marzo.
From the Chime Tone.
From the Chime Tones, right. And Richie had done the jingle for your show that when you were in Atlantic City. And Richie says, I got a friend that's in Atlantic City. He does a show regularly down there. I'm sure if we talk to him, he'll gladly come up. And I did. We called you that day, and you came up that night.
Yeah.
You drove up, and you were all the way down there at that time.
I tell you, yeah, because Richie, he changed my whole show with that song.
Right.
Hey, what do you know? It's the
Johnny Petillo show.
Now,
Yeah.
how that happened? We were doing a benefit for this girl that got in an accident in Toms River, New Jersey, and we were all in a dressing room in the men's room. We were all in the men's room, and Richie was there. I've never met him, so he said, "Hey, this is Richie Marzo from the Time," and I've always heard of him.
Right.
Richie Marzo from the Chime Tones. I said, "Hey, what do you know?" I shook his hand. That night he went and then wrote the thing. The next day recorded it and brought it to me. I had no idea. And I used that as my theme. That's over 25 years
That's
ago.
right.
And I've used that for my theme ever since. So Richie Marzo, I know you're watching somewhere. I love you, man. And the Chime
And he
Tones.
does. He watches every week.
Richie's he's one of the most talented. I've seen him one time write a song in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable.
He's singing with the Expressions now. He's doing the lead with
Oh,
them.
is he with the
and
Expressions?
and I hear the Chime Tones are back together again too. So
Oh, wow.
so he's doing double duty like a lot of these guys do.
Well, hey, listen, he has the talent. He can work on anybody.
Yeah. So, speaking of talent, what's the chances of getting you to get a couple of songs? And then we're gonna have that phone call coming in.
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. So, my good buddy Johnny Petillo.
It's a magic moment, I'll tell you.
That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I'll start out with that.
Okay.
Okay.
The floor is John's.
This magic moment, so different and so new, was like any other, till I kissed you, and then it happened. Well, it took me by surprise. I knew that you felt it too, by the look in your eyes, sweeter than a wine, softer than a summer night. Everything I want, I have whenever I hold you tight. This magic moment, when your lips are close to mine, will last forever, forever till the end of time. Whoa, 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 playboy. Oh yeah. Sweeter than a wine, softer than a summer night. Everything I want, I have whenever I hold you tight. This magic moment, when your lips are close to mine, will last forever, forever till the end of time. Whoa, 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 magic moment. I'd like to thank the guy who wrote the song that made my baby fall in love with me. Yeah. Who put the bump in the bumper, bumper, bumper? Who put the ram in the ram a lam a ding dong? Who put the bop in the bop, shibop, shibop? Who put the dip in the dip, did I say? Who was the man? Well, I'd like to shake his hand. Me, my baby, fall in love with me, yeah. When my baby hurt, bam, ba, ba, bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, bam. Everywhere I went into her arms. When she heard them singing now, ram a lam a lam a lam a lam a ding dong. My baby said we'd never part. I wanna know who put the bump in the bump a bump a bump a. Who put the ram in the ram a lam a ding dong? Who put the bop in the bop shibop shibop? Who put the dit in the dit did I say? Who was the man? Well, I'd like to shake his hand. Me, my baby, fall in love with me, yeah. Each time we're alone, boogity, 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 shoot. Said my baby's hot, wanna glow. When she heard them singing now, dit, 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 dit. My baby said she loved me so. I wanna know who put the bump in the bump a bump a bump a. Who put the ram in the ram a lam a ding dong? Who put the bop in the bop shibop shibop? Who put the dit in the dit did I say? Who was the man? Well, I'd like to shake his hand. Me, my baby, fall in love with me, yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. Whoa, bow, 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 bow. Well, bow, 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 well, bow, 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 bow. I'm coming home, I've done my time. Well, I got to know what is that isn't mine. If you receive my letter telling you I'd soon be free, then you know just what to do. If you still want me, come on girl, if you still want me, tie a yellow ribbon around the old tree. It's been 3 long years, do you still want me?
Still want me?
If I don't see that ribbon round the old oak tree, I'm gonna get on the bus, forget about us, put the blame on me. If I don't see that yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. Bus driver, please now look for me. Oh, I couldn't bear to see what I might see. My heart is still in prison, and my love, she holds the key. A simple yellow ribbon, all I need to set me free. Hey, I wrote, I told her, please. Oh, tie a yellow ribbon around the oak tree. It's been 3 long years, do you still want me?
Still want me?
If I don't see that ribbon round the old oak tree, I'm gonna get on the bus, forget about her, put the blame on me. If I don't see that yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. Yeah. Come on, girl. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, that old oak tree. Well,
the people in Staten Island, I hear them cheering, but I can't believe I see 100 yellow ribbons around the old oak
Round the old oak tree.
Whoa, yeah, I'm coming home. Ho!
Tie a ribbon round the old oak tree.
Won't you tie?
Tie a ribbon round the old oak tree.
Oh yeah, come on. Tie a ribbon round the old oak tree, oh yeah.
Tie a ribbon round the old oak tree.
Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, that.
Have you heard who's kissing her now? Do you think she's blue? Did she say we're through? Has she found someone new? Have you seen the way she looks now? Does she act the same when she hears my name? Does she say who's to blame? My arms are empty, my nights are long and lonely. I miss her so. Each new tomorrow can only bring me sorrow. I love her so. Have you heard of their wedding day? Rumors come and go, still I'd like to know if it's true. Won't you tell me? Have you heard? Have you heard of their wedding day? Rumors come and go, still I'd like to know if it's true. Won't you tell me? Have you heard? All right, Frank, Dean, and Sammy. Come on, Frank. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. Baby, I've got you. Dean Martin. Come on, Dean. Where's the one? Oh, baby, I tried though not to give in. Oh, Lord. Oh, I said to myself that the heaven never gonna go so well. Oh, why did I try to resist when, baby, I know so doggone well. Baby, I've got you. Hey, Sammy Davis Jr. Come on, Sam. Thank you, man. I would sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. In spite of that warning voice, comes in the night, repeats in my ear. Don't you know you never can win Use your mentality. Wake up to reality. Sing it, Frank. And each time I do, the thought of you makes me stop. Before I begin, baby, I've got you under my skin. Dino, what's wrong? Under my skin. Come on, Sam, sing it. All right, man. Under my skin. All right, now we got a special guest coming. Frank, Dean, stand right over here. Sammy, do that again. And a special guest is coming from behind one of these curtains. All right? All right, Sammy, get ready. Because you got to... All right, you got it? All right, man. Dance a little. Okay. I would sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near. Spite of that warning voice comes in the night. It's Jerry Lewis.
Don't you know you never can win? How are you? Use your mentality. Wake up to reality. Sing it, Frank.
And each time I do, the thought of you makes me stop. Before I begin, baby, I've got you under my skin. Dino, what is it? Under my skin. Go ahead, Sam. Under my skin. Jerry.
Under my skin. How's it sound, Dean? Oh.
In the still of the night, I held you tight. Oh, I love you so. Promise I'll never let you go. In the still of the night. I remember that night in May. The stars were bright, were bold. I hope and I pray, oh, to keep your precious love. So before the light, hold me again with all of your might in the still of the night. And now we're gonna do what? Ready? Bum, 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 do what? Well, do what? Boom, boom, do what? Boom, 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 do what? Bum, 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 boom, boom, do what? Do what? Well, do what? Do what? Hey, do what? Do what? Do what? Oh, so before the light, hold me again with all of your might in the still of the night. In the still of the night. po, remember, 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 remember then, remember then. Whoa, me. That night we fell in love beneath the stars above. That was a lovely summer night. Remember then. Remember, remember, remember. Whoa, whoa. Remember then. Summer's over. Our love is over. To lose the love was such a sin. Remember then. Remember, remember, remember. Our love is in the past. Oh, how it's gone so fast. Why couldn't our love last? I'm broken-hearted now, since we have bought it now. My mind wanders now and then. Remember then. Remember, remember, remember. Whoa, remember then. Happy birthday, Larry Chance. God bless you, brother. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees, moon up above, and a thing called love. Let me tell you about the stars in the sky and the girl and the guy, the way that she cared on a night like this. When I look into your big round eyes, oh, very plain to see, oh, well, it's time you learn the facts of life, starting from A to let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees, moon up above. Oh, think how love. Oh, yeah. Let's have a nice hand for the band, ladies and gentlemen. They're behind the curtain. Can't say it. Oh. When I look into your big round eyes, so very plain to see, oh yeah, it's time to learn the facts of life, starting from A to Z. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees, flowers and the trees, moon up above. Oh, think how love. Let me tell you about the birds and the bees, flowers and the trees, the girl and the guy, stars in the sky, birds and the bees, flowers and the trees, stars in the sky, the girl and that guy, birds and the bees, flowers and the trees, moon up above. Oh, think how love. Salud.
Well, we're here at Island Hop, and we want to thank Tony Orlando for calling in. You're from Brampton, I guess?
I'm in Brampton right now, but I'm on the road 136 days a year.
Wow. This is rare, getting him home.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, Tom? This is a
Yeah,
this is a
because you're
rare
with
thing.
me all the time, John.
And speaking of that, November 17th at the St. George Theater, I'll be with Tony. It's the Tony Orlando show.
Well,
November
let me tell you
17th.
something about you, Johnny.
What's that?
We've worked together many shows. And when you do come in, you have never failed. You always get a standing ovation. You always add something and make my show look good. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the St. James Theater, because I don't know if you guys know this, but before the owner of the theater, and she was a wonderful lady, passed away, and the kids took over, she asked me if I would come in and help try to save the St. George Theater. And so I did go and do some benefits for that theater to keep it alive, because I think it's one of the great theaters in the country. And Staten Island should be proud to have a theater like that.
Oh, yeah. And actually, we're not far from the theater, right here at the studio.
Let me tell you something. The shows that you did down there, I was at them. And Tony, you knocked that audience for a loop. Let me tell you. They couldn't stop applauding. It was incredible. And then I saw a bunch of old veterans there when you do your thing with the veterans, honoring America. I saw a couple old veterans there, guys from World War II, sitting there crying when you did that. It was just, the impact was phenomenal what you did with that show.
And Tony,
this year I'm doing a veteran show. This is my 5th veteran show at the Mohegan Sun. We sell 10,000 people, 10,000 tickets. This year my guests at that show are Joe Walsh and Eddie Money.
And I've seen him with the vets. And he honors everyone from every war.
Yeah.
World War II,
exactly.
Korea, and up, Vietnam.
You have to, Johnny. They put their life on the line for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of your lines.
Yeah.
Too.
And like I said, the biggest group that stood up for the Vietnam guys there.
Yeah. And Tony's been doing. Tony, how long you've been involved with the veterans? Mainly your whole career.
Since 1973.
Wow.
Wow, that's a long time.
Bob Hope brought me to the Cotton Bowl, Johnny, in Texas, Dallas, to welcome home our POWs. And ever since then, I've reunion with most of the POWs now for 43 years.
Wow.
Every year.
That's something to be very proud of. And I want to thank you for your compliments about the St. George Theater, because you hit it right on the money. That's the most beautiful theater that you can imagine. And you're very complimentary of it, and we thank you.
Beautiful.
Well, you're welcome. You know, New York City is my home. I could live in Branson. I could live in L.A. for 20 years. But I don't think of any of those places as my home. They're like my second home.
Right.
My home is New York. And when I think of theaters like the Brooklyn Paramount, the Paramount Theater, the St. George Theater, to preserve them is very important to the city, because I think this is what makes the magic of the city, is that we preserve our stadiums, we preserve our buildings, we preserve our places of worship. We have a history in New York in all of the boroughs that go back, my God, since the country was born in Philadelphia with the Constitution. I mean, you know, the first city that was the capital of New York, of America, was not Washington, D.C. or Philadelphia. It was New York City.
Exactly.
So the truth of the matter is we're steeped in history. And if you look at that St. George Theater, the history, oh my gosh, of the shows and the performers that came through in Staten Island, and people would, by the droves, would get on the ferry and take that wonderful ferry ride over to Staten Island to see, going back to Al Jolson. I mean, the theater is steeped in show business history.
Wow, that far back to Al Jolson?
Yeah.
Like, wow, I didn't. I feel like John, I did not know that.
Well, that's because you're from New Jersey. You wouldn't know
Well,
that.
you know, I'm a Jersey guy. But my mother's from New York, so I always had that in my heart. You know what I mean? Yeah, but Tony, you know, I remember Tony also was at Smokey Joe's Cafe.
Right.
You know, and he did a couple of weeks.
In Atlantic City, yeah.
Blue Rolls.
Right.
And but when Tony, I was there opening night and I was there closing night. When Tony,
Yeah, I was there for 4 weeks, and it was a wonderful
That's right.
experience for me to be there, because I had to go into a show where Johnny can tell you, I don't know if you guys saw it, or your staff there saw it, but it was a show that was all of the Lieber and Stella songs, you know, And my God, they had some of the greatest singers. But Johnny does a great impression. Someday, let him do an impression of you, of one of the guys in that show who will remain nameless, who would sing a Drifter song and make it sound like a Broadway show. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, because when Tony came out,
Johnny being an old doo-wopper, he found that hysterical.
oh yeah, well, it was like they were doing songs like Tony said, leave the story, like song like "There Goes My Baby." I mean, there's a lot of soul in there. Charlie Thomas actually did the lead to that, and so the one guy. Now Tony's in the whole show. I mean, he
was a great singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, not disparaging. This guy had some voice. But then when the song started, Charlie Thomas went, "There go my baby," like that real soul. But this guy, he's a Broadway. The guy's been on Broadway a long time. Great voice. He goes, "There goes my baby, walking on down the line." Remember that? I'm going. So Tony comes out. Now you're on Broadway. Tony, when you did "I Who Have Nothing," this crowd went on Tony got on his knees and was doing a part and "I Who Have Nothing," and they're screaming on Broadway, "We love you, Tony, 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 Tony," and they're screaming. I'm surprised he got through that song because they were jumping in. "We love you, Tony. You got
Johnny.
everything."
Yeah.
Johnny, that was my Aunt Ida. That wasn't a stranger.
That's right, Andy. She was there. Yeah, and I mean the place went crazy. Now on the marquee, it had Tony's picture.
Right.
Smokey Joe Cafe, and they go. And the big thing, remember this song? It had, "We finally got our Tony."
Yeah.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Yeah, man.
Well, you know something, Johnny? You've been a good friend. One of the best friends I've ever had in my life. But the great moment I ever had with Johnny Petillo, and I just recently hosted and had the honor of hosting the passing and memorial service for Jerry Lewis in Las Vegas.
Right.
And Johnny, like all of us, were Jerry Lewis fans. And as you know, I did the telephone with Jerry for 33 years in New York.
Right.
And
A great
Johnny,
loss.
so one day I said to Johnny, "Hey, John, you're in Vegas with me. You want to go over to Jerry's house?"
Yeah.
Johnny walked out of the hotel on our way to Jerry Lewis's house, and he was the mummy ghost the whole day. He never spoke. He walked like a zombie with a stare in his eyes. He never had. "Are you okay, John?" Nothing came out of his mouth. He sat next to Jerry, and Jerry talked to him and knew his name. "Hey, John, nice to meet you, John." Jerry was in the hospital at the time. And from that day on, Johnny has some stories to tell you about the watch that Jerry gave him.
I got it on right now, Tom.
And Johnny has something very rare that Jerry Lewis sent to him. Is Jerry's tuxedo shirt that he wore in every single telethon and motion picture. Johnny owns that shirt.
You know what, Tom?
That's a great honor.
Yeah, it is an honor, and I'm going to wear that shirt at the St. George Theater.
Yeah, you go.
You know
There
what?
you go.
Yeah, I am. I've never worn that shirt. Remember, Tom? I took a picture. I said that shirt. Oh man, where do you see this shirt? It's. This is a Jerry Lewis shirt.
And you're going to get Staten Island audience there looking to see that shirt because they'll all hear this on
I will have
television.
that. I promise. I will have that shirt on and my watch, which I'm showing at the camera right now. and the joy. Yeah, Tom. That was the most special day. I've never.
You know what, Johnny?
What's that?
Sammy Davis told me a great line, and I said this at the service. Sammy Davis once said to me, "Tony, if you don't have a pinch of Jerry Lewis in you, you're not worth your salt as a performer."
Yeah. That's right.
right.
Yeah. And Sammy Davis said that. Well, all you guys were real close, though, Tom. Remember?
Yeah, we were close.
That line, I'll tell you, it changed my whole show. Sammy had said, "Always open with your closer."
Yes,
Right, Tom?
that's right.
Open with your closer.
It's a good line.
And so you know what I did? After Tony told me that, I opened up with "Shout."
Yeah. So you hear everything that
But-
Sam's
worked.
point was anything you can close with, you should be able to open with.
Amen.
Anything you open with, you should be able to close with. I never forgot that.
Yeah, and neither have I.
Right.
No, really. And I tell people that, and sometimes, they get a little. But Sinatra never opened
Can
up
you
in New York.
imagine Johnny Petillo coming out and doing that first? Now wait a minute before the audience even sees him sing anything. You gotta go, and the audience member's gotta go sit back. Like I've always opened with Yellow Ribbon because people think, man, he's opening with the song we knew he was going to close with.
Yeah,
What
that's
is he
right.
going to do now? And
Yeah,
that's
but-
the question you want the audience to say. If he can open with that, where's
Yeah.
he going from there?
And brother, that's the ride.
And it's a true story.
And you were
It's
right
true.
there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you saw. I mean, you have to see the Tony Orlando show in order to
Right.
appreciate it.
Well, we saw him at the Mohegan Sun. We saw him on the St. George Theater. And,
That's right. Mohegan Sun, you were there. Yeah.
Tony, I got to tell you, you put on one hell of a show. You
Thank
really
you,
do.
sir.
Yeah, I mean,
Thank you.
I walk out of there feeling fulfilled that I have just seen some real talent out there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
People say, right in this business, Tony, people say, got to always leave them wanting more.
Yeah.
Now, I've worked with Tony a lot in my career, and I learned this. Give the audience more than their money's worth and leave them content. They'll come back.
Absolutely.
And that's what I get from
Well, you know,
Tony.
Johnny, that's you. That's you too. The only separates the difference between you and Jerry Lewis and Sammy Davis, or maybe even myself. I'm not in that category, but you, in my opinion, are as good as any of them.
Why?
The only thing that stops you from not being the guy is because you never had a number one record. If you had a number one record, you would be Jerry Lewis, Sammy Davis, Dean Martin.
Oh
You'd
my
be
God.
all those guys. They would have accepted you in their pack in a minute because there's nobody more capable of putting an audience away and showing love for an audience better than Johnny Petillo.
Thank you, Tom. I am humbled. I'm almost under this table right now.
Well, it's the truth. It's the
Tony's
truth.
right.
I'm not-
And you've got a winning personality out there.
That's right.
You
Yeah.
and like working with Tony, all you can do is learn from him.
Right.
I mean, that's all you can't teach him anything. You learn. I watch him on that stage, and anybody that's on the stage, like if Tony.
Johnny, here's the difference between you and me. I come on, I do a 2-hour show, I get a standing ovation. You come on my show and do 5 songs, 1 song and 3 medleys, and you get a standing ovation in 5 minutes. That's the difference.
That's because of you. You set the table. You set the table. Well, Tonio, I'll tell you, you actually made everybody's day here in the studio.
I want to thank you so much for giving us the honor of talking to you.
pleasure. My
And,
pleasure. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Tom, thanks. And Ed Salek right here.
We'll see you November 17th at the St. George Theater.
St. George
I look
Theater.
forward to it. Thank you for that, and thanks for making me part of Johnny's interview. He's one of my special friends and one of the great performers I've ever seen. Have a good one, you guys.
God
you.
bless you. Thanks,
Bye.
Tony. I love you, man. Tony Orlando, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, that's he's. Hey, you know what? He's just Tony. Tony's like real. He's one of the guys.
Well, I've gone backstage with you after the show, and you see Tony. He's just one of the guys. I mean, he sits down and talk to you. He just sit and talk with me and Rosemary, just like we were his cousins or something. And the guy works. I mean, you go backstage, he's soaking wet with sweat.
Soaking wet.
He's saturated but he puts on a show.
Yeah, and like I say, I watch him. It's like watching it's like a ringleader. He's in the middle of that thing. He knows just where to go.
Yeah.
That's why that veterans thing, when he does America,
Yeah.
just what you said, there's not a dry eye in the house. I mean, but it comes from his heart. I mean, he really means it. But hey, listen, show business.
Wow. Well, I tell you, we've had a lot of fun today. I mean, we got to hear some good music from you.
I don't know.
We
did
got
I
to
sing
talk to
right?
Tony. Just a lot of fun. And for me, this is like a super thrill. This is a super thrill.
Anything for you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie. I feel like Topo Gigio right now.
Well, Johnny, I tell you, it's been a great show. I can't thank you enough for being here and performing for us. And Tony Orlando's just got me speechless.
Yeah. Hey, Ed. It's always good, Ed. I mean,
The guy is real. He's just down to earth and real.
down earth, and he is like down earth. Then you could put equal Tony Orlando. I mean,
That's really the bottom line.
and you know, when he had Tony Orlando and Dawn show, that show was #1, like
Right,
all
yeah.
over. It played in Europe. I mean, the man is listen, and he's still going.
And he's still going. God bless him.
I'm not going to mention his age, 73. He's still.
But he's younger than me.
See that?
But you've been watching Island Hop. We thank you for watching. And we're going to continue to bring you shows like this with music, with entertainment. And hearing from Tony Orlando kind of made it really special today, extra special. I want to thank my crew for being here. And as always, JR, Danielle in the control room. Rosemary, of course, directing and
Ro
everything.
Ferno.
That's Ro, yes.
And Roman.
Roman and
He's my homie
and
right there.
Terry.
And of course, Terry.
Yeah.
He goes without saying. But Roman, he's from Jersey.
Well, he's only a temporary visa. He can't come back to work here.
I know, but we'll
He's got to say nice things about Staten Island.
smuggle in, right, Roman?
Anyway, you keep watching Island Hop. We love you for watching. We'll continue to bring you shows like this.
See you at St. George.
Love you. Right.
Forget him. Forget him.
Forget him if he doesn't love you. Forget him if he doesn't care. Don't let him tell you that he loves you. He can't give you love which is not there. Now, little girl, he's never thinking of you. He's gonna break your heart, you wait and see. Why don't you cry now? Better tell him goodbye now. Forget him and please come home to me.
Forget
Bobby
him
Rydell sing.
if he doesn't love you.
He don't love you.
Forget him if he doesn't care.
Don't let him tell you that he loves you. He can't give you love which is not there. Now, little girl, he's never thinking of you. He's gonna break your heart, you wait and see. Why don't you cry now? Better tell him goodbye now. Forget him and please come home to me. So don't you cry now. Better tell him goodbye now. Forget him and please come home to me. Grazie, thank you. What a crowd. I love this crowd. Asbury Park, so this is really a drifter. Oh, when when the sun beats down and birds that tower upon the roof. And your shoe gets so hot, you wish your tired feet were fireproof. Under the boardwalk, out by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out on the sun. Under the boardwalk, we'll be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. Under the boardwalk, we'll be falling in love. Under the boardwalk, boardwalk. Oh, from the park you hear the happy sound of a carousel. You could almost taste the hot dog and french fry they sell. Under the boardwalk, out by the sea, yeah. On a blanket with my baby, where I'll be. Under the boardwalk, out on the sun. Under the boardwalk, we be having some fun. Under the boardwalk, people walking above. We be falling in love under the boardwalk, boardwalk. Hey! Some wine under the boardwalk, boardwalk. Hey!
They heard the breeze through the trees, singing weird, weird melodies, and they made that as a part of the blues.
Came from a jail, came a well, from a down, out of frail, and they called it the birds of the blues. All right.
From a whippoorwill, high on a hill, they took a new note, pushed it through a horn till it was worn into a blue note.
And then they nursed it and rehearsed it, and then gave out the news that old Southland gave birth to the blues. Yeah, baby.
From a whippoorwill, high on a hill, they took a new note, pushed it through a horn till it was worn into a blue note.
And then they nursed it and rehearsed it, and then gave out the news that old Southland gave birth to the blues. They nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that old Southland gave birth to the blues. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, babe.
Oh, what a band.
Hey, Sam. Hey, Dean. Let's do that song we wrote about Staten Island.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We wrote a
Let's
song
do it,
for you
babe.
guys. Are you ready?
Staten Island, Staten Island, that toddling town. Staten Island, Staten Island, we'll show you around. We love it. Bet your bottom dollar you lose the blues. Staten Island, Staten Island, the town that Billy Sunday cannot shut down. On Main Street, that great street, we just want to say they do things that they don't do on Broadway. Say, you'll have the time of your life. We saw a man and he danced with his wife. Staten Island, your hometown.
Come on, fellas.
Yeah. Staten Island, Staten Island, that toddling town. Oh yeah. Staten Island, Staten Island, we'll show you around. We love it. Bet your bottom dollar you lose the blues. Staten Island, Staten Island, the town that Billy Sunday cannot shut down. Yeah, baby. On Main Street, that great street, we just want to say they do things that they don't do on Broadway. Say, you'll have the time of your life. We saw a man and he danced with his wife. Staten Island, Staten Island, Staten Island, that's your hometown.
We love you, Staten Island.
Yeah, baby. Thank you.
Especially the food. And the pizza pies.
Hey, I like that too.
I know
man.
pizzas.
You know, Dean, Sam, we can't leave this song. What's it sound like?
Oh, we're too close to New York.
That's
We
right.
got to do that.
Let's do it, man. Oh, I ready to do that.
Let him
what happened
start
to
it
the
off.
Yankees?
That's his song.
Go ahead.
What
that's
happened to the
fine.
Yankees?
Oh, those Yankees are playing.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York.
All these vagabond shoes, how long and astray, right through the very heart of it, Staten Island, New York.
I wanna wake up in a city that never sleeps and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap.
These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. Come on, fellas.
If we can make it there, we'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York.
New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm a number one.
Oh, top of the heap.
King of the hill.
Hey, number one.